Hi, and welcome to Security Speakeasy, where we talk about all things network security. Today, we're going to talk about how you can take a shift left approach towards data security. My name is Brian Rummel, product marketing lead for Prisma SASE at Palo Alto Networks. I'm joined today by Rajesh Golani, Director of Product Management for Data Security here at Palo Alto Networks. Rajesh, thanks for joining me.
Brian, I'm excited to be here and thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about what challenges organizations are facing today when it comes to protecting their sensitive data.
Yeah, so safeguarding your business's unique data is more crucial than ever. And traditional data security systems are struggling to keep up as a result of the organizations facing these challenges. And so the traditional challenges that we see organizations face are uh, the traditional DLP systems that they implement and the legacy DLP systems have a lot of gaps in terms of being proactive about data security. The advent of generative AI and the adoption of generative AI is causing sort of newer challenges in being proactive about data security as well. And then last but not the least, the SaaS apps and the use of SaaS apps has increased. But more importantly, the SaaS apps are becoming platforms. And so then they are interconnected and they're talking to each other, which brings it with itself a unique set of challenges. We'll try to break.
Sorry, I kind of want to summarize. So you said that there's a gap with traditional products and how those work.
Right.
Then, of course, generative AI is something that organizations everywhere are looking at, dealing with. Users are jumping in, throwing sometimes sensitive data into there to help them do their jobs easier
Yeah.
or faster. And then I think you also mentioned interconnectedness of SaaS. So a lot of these applications are actually their own platforms with their own, say, marketplaces, for example. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. So let's double click into each of these challenges. So
Sounds good.
with traditional DLP systems, there are gaps. And the gaps are in the form of these systems primarily are designed to look at sort of standard data like payment or personal information. And this is because of laws or regulations or compliance. And so that's what most of the traditional DLP systems are catered towards. But this creates a big gap in safeguarding the crown jewels or the unique data that makes an organization valuable. So intellectual property, sort of so on and so forth. So most of these traditional DLP systems sort of don't do a good job at that. Second, these systems are also based on sort of legacy rules that are so predefined that are not able to adjust to the realities of an organization. And so with that, that gives you sort of a lot of gaps in being proactive about your data security. You're always being reactive. Now, with generative AI, I think the unique risk that generative AI brings is in the name itself. Generative means it generates new data, and it generates it based on inputs from the users and the data that the users provide in the context of it. So, therefore, um, when employees are looking to work really faster and smarter and adopting these generative AI apps, you have to make sure that the organization has to have a clear visibility into the use of the apps as well as they safeguard personal or unique in organizational data from being sent to these generative AI apps as well. Right? So sort of again, it brings with itself a unique set of challenges. And then with interconnected apps, as you rightly said, these SaaS apps are becoming marketplaces in their own. So you can, install plugins, you can install extensions, you can install smaller apps within the context of a bigger app, and then they take all the authentication and authorization decisions from you, and then they're able to transfer data from one app to the other. And there's in that environment of a marketplace, there is rarely any visibility and very less control. And so therefore you need to move upstream or be proactive to be able to have control over that as well.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much, Rajesh, for joining us here on Security Speakeasy. Really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you to the audience for joining us today, everyone for watching. If you like the show, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and visit paloaltonetworks.com to learn more. Thanks, everyone.